Hello again. This is the Watering Man, Spiritual Toolbox number 225, John chapter 3, recording number 74, audio recording number 543, and examination table number 203. Let's document this thing. Let's examine it, prove it for ourselves, so we can make more informed decisions. To green light God, green light. He's the greatest. Not this villainize. Don't villainize God. Okay? Don't tell him don't say you're a monster, God. That's blasphemous talk. Because you're agreeing with your old carnal mind. Where they say good, bad, evil, it's tricky. Stinky snake, slap that dog down, that beast nature down inside of you. Shut up. Put a muzzle on it. How long I gotta put up with this stuff, right? Just like Jesus said. Down at belly, how long I gotta suffer this stuff? Right? Okay, let's go on. We'll work some more on this. John chapter 3, verse 12, okay? Now, I spent a few little recordings. I've got more on that other, but that's pretty good right now. We just covered that word, how. Okay? How shall you believe? How? What? Oh. That old carnal mind going nuts and stuff. How do you turn from that red stuff and go to God? Remember I was showing you, which is basically one. Trust in that 1e to the negative 35, like thought processes. That seed of Christ that's in you, plus everything that He's increased you to whatever level, and you're just doing one. God is one. Trust in that one inside of you, and it'll increase. And it doubles every time. God's way, the Father's way, is gentle. You gotta go through some stuff, pressure in the world, and in disorderly arrangement there must be tribulation, pressures, ellipsis, calamities and stuff. Make those pearls of great price. Make that diamonds. Gotta be a lot of pressure. God makes it as easy as possible. His burden's light. It's not whip you down like you daggone sinking person. Like this boy, baby leader, this paid goo-goos. I think it's patty goo-goos. I think I said that pretty good. P-A-I-D, I think G-O-G-A-S or something, Gugos or Gugus or something. I don't know the spelling. I can look it up real quick. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 4. First or second, I think it's 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 14, 15, okay? There's a myriad of instructors, 10,000. It's a myriad, myrios of instructors. Paid gaga-goo-goos. That's some pretty good descriptive things there. They're paid. You think you're getting paid by this carnal mind, but it's a false thing. It's a liar. Truth's not in it. Don't trust that sucker. Okay, duct tape, sock, ready, go! Nail that sucker, right? Well, let's continue in this John chapter 3, verse 12, okay? We're not to 15. We'll get there, though. I don't know for sure how many more recordings till I get, but I'll keep going, okay? All right, had to ice my head about numerous times, but I'm back at it. It was raining. I think the rain and stuff's kind of stopped, and it's let up some on me. Burning and all that garbage stuff kind of let up a little bit. I took a little nap and all that stuff. Okay? So, in verse 12 of John chapter 3, it says, in the King James language, it says, if I have told you of earthly things, and ye believe not, how shall ye believe if I tell you of heavenly things? Okay? Now, we were all the way down there, and I just covered that how. Gave some examples, showed you some things. God will show me. Okay, I tried to articulate it out. Okay? Now, the next word that they translate as if, that's a conditional thing, right? If comes from 1437 EAN, this word.
Strong's G 1437 Aeon.
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 Okay. Now, that word basically means indefiniteness or uncertainty. It's uncertain or it's indefinite in its eye of the storm. Whenever it's going through that centrifuge and it's been separated, stuff's been separated, just like centrifugal force in a whirlwind, like, okay? In the natural, separating it, okay? Spirit and the soul, yuck, dirt thinking, dust of the earth, your own carnality, and God's right-mindedness. Your righteousness and God's righteousness. Now choose, my child. Right in the center of that storm, the eye of the storm. In the eye of the storm, trust in the anchor from God. Don't trust in trying to anchor yourself from your me, myself, and I thing. Oh, pull that sucker up and let the wind drive it where it wants. Let God do what he wants. That other stuff is bullshit. It's worthless and detestable. It'll kill you, but double the trouble, double the trouble, double the trouble. The other way, if you give everything you got, and then you trust in God with everything you got, that 1e to the negative 35, that seed, and it's growing and growing, and you're getting, it's doubling. God doubles it, doubles it, doubles it. The pressures may be getting greater, but God equips you to handle it because you've had all this gospel, this good news. Good news after good news after good news. This these breakthroughs. Oh, wow, God. And then use all that. God doesn't waste any time. Your carnal mind wants to waste it all. Wants to go that broad way that leads to destruction. That broad channel. That's the red light in your life. Just trust in your carnal mind with all your heart. Your carnal mind is out, yuck thinking. And your heart, your mind, all the way from this outer court, external thing, to this holy place, your body and stuff, you, and other people, to all the way inside where God's getting to it. The Holy of Holies, inside of you, in your thought processes. God's purifying that muddied up little balls of water in there. Get your mind right. Be reasonable, say my way, my child. Right? I can speak it fast because if you've been listening, it should be catch it all. And adding to it. Because God is making this stuff and he's adding to it. He's building, like rebuilding your house. Rebuilding your temple, bringing you back to your true identity in him, resting and relying in God, who is your rock, your strength, your high tower, your everything. He's bringing you back closer and closer to the all-in-all state of loving like he does. Bringing you like he loves you, like Chav. More than unconditional, more than mere words can describe. And he's bringing you through all these storms of life to bring you back to where you overcome, giving you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to come back. Increase your level, increase your order in the Spirit. Don't waste it. It's not some devil out there. It's stupid. That's getting your eyes off the right thing, off God's righteousness. Was it, can't remember, thing, I can't remember the word that's coming from, but it's speaking of phantoms of the mind. All this other stuff, your imagination. What was put at the east side of the Garden of Eden? And cherubim. So I'm not some little fat naked baby. No, that's that imagination of your mind. All them little phantoms of the mind. To protect, to keep you from getting back to the tree of life on your own. You're me, myself, and I can't get you there. Get back to that mind of Christ and eat from the tree of life, from God himself, what his righteousness is, and live to the fullness of life, that Zoe life. Get that truth of God. Bring those seeds into closer and closer unity with the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last, the omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, sovereign God, the supreme God, the self-existent God, that is your I am. He's I am, your exceeding great reward, that reward that's beyond anything that you can ever want. It's what truly satisfies you permanently, little bit by little bit by little bit. This other stuff is vanity of vanities. That was that Havel, Hebel, King Solomon was calling it. It's all vanity of vanities, transitory and unsatisfactory. It's empty. Blah. BS. Spit it out. But God's got that little bit of seed in there to keep you from going all the way to absolute zero, where it's not even moving at all. And God's like going, which way you choose, my child? There's a little bit in there. Don't let that remain at just a little tiny bit. Let it be increased. Double, 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 double. Habitually practice it. Okay? Now, so that's that indefiniteness and uncertainty, which way you'll go. If you'll red light or green light God in those eyes of the storm, okay? It's that if. EAM 1437. Okay? Now, if I tell has 2036, it's this word. We covered these words before.
2036.
IPON. Okay? And that's basically the speaker say to convey the thought processes. God's conveying it in this. He's letting you be drugged through this yuck stuff. So hopefully you recognize it and turn from that and taste and see that the Lord is good. The Lord's way is good. His will, his purpose. Trust in him and he'll bring you back little by little by little. Okay? All right. Now, if I tell you, that you is a HYMIN 5213, this word.
Strong's G 5213.
Who mean?
There's lexicon. Sue.
Okay. I covered that word too. It's basically to me, to you. Okay? All right, even the what do you call it? The etymology of that word, and that's down in irregular dative case of 5210. Just a second. That's HYMEIS. This word.
Strong's G 5210. Who mice?
And that's you.
There's lexicon. Sue.
Okay. And that's the etymology of that word. Irregular plural of 4771. That's SY, right? It's a pronoun, and it's second person singular. It's a personal pronoun, you. So it's all to you, okay? All right. Now let's back up here. I'll just briefly give a little shot of that, okay? I've covered that before. Probably multiple times, okay? But it's in there, so we gotta go over it. Hang on, where was that at? Okay. If I tell you, and then the word they leave out, again, is Ha, H-O, 3588. That's a definite article.
Strong's G 3588.
This one, that one. It's that muddy little balls of water, right? I've been discussing this. Okay? Get right down to it. Go from this outer court thinking, understanding, to the beyond that, Pentecost. You've taken me past the outer courts, past the priest to sing your praise, past the brazen altar. I see your holy face. You pass me by the crowds of peoples, and the priests to sing your praise. I hunger and thirst for your righteousness, and it's only found one place. It's inside you. In the Holy of Holies. See, because know you not that you are the temple of the living God. See, it was the outer court, holy place, and Holy of Holies. New Testament, New Promise, it's Holy of Holies, or Holy Place and Holy of Holies. God's taking it all the way in there and purifying that inside. Just agree, just be reasonable with him, my child, and see him. Know him, agree with him, see things my way. God causes all things to work together for good to them that love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose. Right? I go and quote the other, but you should be able to find that. Do that yourself. Romans 8, 28, 29, 30, all that there. Man, that's awesome. Don't just skim it. Understand so you can accurately handle those thought processes of God. Not just leave it up there and shine the outside of the cup. Man, I'm a good-looking dude, huh? I'm a good-looking girl. Superficial stuff. Alright? Alright. Now, so this. If I tell you, that muddy little ball of water, all them in your mind, okay? Just a minute. Hello? Hey. Yeah, you can. I'm doing a recording, honey bun. Okay, bye-bye. That's my wife. Okay? Now, it's going to that's that money balls of water, and then it says heavenly things. Okay? And that word is 2032, and it's EPOURANIOS. Oh, that's a mouthful. Let's see how it pronounces it.
Strong's G 2032.
Epiranios. Okay. Now, I got the things here. That's an adjective. Okay. The etymology comes from 1909 and 3772. Those two words. Let's cover on down here to this word, and then maybe we'll go back to those two words a little bit. Okay. The etymology of it, because we're wanting to get the thought processes in there, and then let God bring the other to us through that experience, whatever, and open it up. Don't want to just stop with no original language. Don't want to stop with skimming the word. Don't want to stop with none of it. Go and get all of it, right from the horse's mouth, right from God. Let him interpret it. Don't let it be confused, tripped up by that sneaky snake trying to get you to side with it and say, see there, I told you God was a big bad bully. He's going to throw you in hell. He ought to condemn that person. Go out there and poke him in the eye. Go out there. They're the most terrible person there. They're the most dangerous person on earth. Let's go poke them with a stick. Kind of like that old Gabriel and Glue says guy doing on that funny stuff, that comedian. But silly stuff, right? All right. Now, this Ranginess, something like that. Yeah, okay. Come from 1909 and 3772. And then when you get down here, it's Online Biblical says, let's see, existing in heaven, things that take place in heaven. That's the spirit realm, okay? Not just talking way out there in the sweet by and by. No. When's God dealing with you? Right now. When's He going to give you that increase? Right now. And His precise, correct timing. What's Jesus mean? Jesus, IESOUS, 2424. Father God, Yahweh is salvation. Without those Jehovah that puts the vowels in there. Delay it or put it out in the future or something. No. Do it right now. And God gives the increase. Little by little by little. You're not done. But He's giving you increase. Oh, well. Okay? Bring you into the spiritual realm. More. Bringing you into His righteousness. That's beyond you. Beyond your me, myself, and I, your ego dog. Can't do that. You gotta let go of that ego. Your ego, your edging God out thing. That's that old natural, carnal man. Make God true, and all that anthropos thinking is just a liar, right? I'll have to break that down, man. That's a powerful. That's in Romans 3:4, I believe. Man, there's a whole lot more than that. I'm barely touching anything there, but just saying that. But we'll have to do probably a series, cover parts of that. Man, that's powerful. But I'm trying to do John chapter 3 right now. Got to get stuff accomplished, hopefully. But whatever God's leading me to, that's what I'm going to do. Okay? Not deflect it out here and then just get lost and never get done. Like a chess tactic. Deflect the guardian of this king over here by taking and making that piece perform another duty. And then he's not doing this, then checkmate. Game's over. Your game of life, you're just going down the pipe, down the drain. Wasted yourself. Just like kind of like a severely addicted drug addict. They're getting high and stuff, and they're just going down the pot. They'll do anything to feed that habit, and it's so bad that you just kind of black out. You can't help yourself. God's let me experience that some in the hospital, and thank goodness, thank the dear Lord that they took me off. I didn't have a choice. I had to do it. I had to put me in a coma and all this. I mean, it was severe. But there's a purpose behind it. And it showed just so I could really relate and not just have a theory. Well, I know exactly what you mean, but you have no idea. Can't really relate. I don't know how everyone's done that, but I got a good idea. God's had put me through some daggone tough crap. So my bridge is getting built up. Can't throw that stuff away. I'm not looking back, but going back to that. No, I'm drawing. That's part of those ropes, those little strings, little ropes twisted together. That's part of the strength. It's a gigantic rope now. And it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger because I'm going into God. Full bore. I want all that you got for me, Daddy. Father God. All right. Now, in this heavenly things, let's see. In the Strong's definition, it's saying it's like the sky above the clouds and the whole sky. Okay, but it's coming from 1909 and 3772. Okay, let's go down. We're covering it here on these other, and then we'll go there and look at that. Okay. existed in heaven. It's God's abode. It's in the spirit realm, coming into his right-mindedness, into that love beyond words, beyond the description of mere words. That's what it's giving you. You're gaining. Remember, if you're a level 4 going to level 8, you got to give that 4 plus the 2 plus the 1. That makes 7. And you need one more. Well, you get this. It's called a 0, but it's actually that seed of Christ. It's maybe like the plank length size, 1 e to the negative 35. Take 1, like one thought process, divide it 10 times by 10, and take a piece, 1/10 of that, and divide it by 10 times. Do that 35 times. That's the seed of God. Seed of Christ, and that seed of faith that's bringing you back to the truthfulness of God, little bit by little bit by little bit. You're gaining. So when you're at like this level 4, you get that. You got to trust in the Lord, have faith, trust in the Lord, rely upon the Lord, rest in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on. Excuse me, I had to burp, but bodily function, don't care. Okay. Go on into that. Everything you got. Hot pursuit. Right? I covered that. Follow. I just put a little bitty thing on Facebook. Just a little bitty thing on there. Okay? Maybe I'll tell a little bit on it here. What was that? Mark chapter 2, verse 13 or something right in there. Okay? And it's in several places. Okay? That word they use for follow, okay? I'm not going to look that up right at the moment, okay? Maybe I'll get that some other time, okay? On here, okay? Now, let's go back here and look at this, okay, these 2 words, all right? Yeah, heavenly regions, the heavenly temple, that's you. That's in there in that Holy of Holies inside you, where God's cleaning it up, purifying it, bringing it back to his right-mindedness, the spiritual things. Okay? God's the same yesterday, today, and forever. He changes not. Whether you're alive on this earth, still in this earth suit, or all of it, back to him. God's the same. You're coming back to this heavenly things, God's abode, right back into the right-mindedness of God, back into his love that's beyond words. A little bit by little bit by little bit, right? All right, it's your origin, your true nature, your true identity in Christ. Not this bullcrap, wrong, mistaken identity of this red-in-the-face Adamic thing. This carnal, non-spiritual thing. Not your alpha dog. You're coming back to the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. He's your rock, your tower. He's your strength. God's your all in all. Come back to him. Because in your double-mindedness, you're not. Ooh, yuck. You got little bits of that. He's giving you opportunity. Come back to me, my child. Come out of that hog pen. Quit eating that hog slop. Come back to me. Here's a whole bunch of fatty calves, but you gotta come back. I give you these great meals to increase you back into my love. And do that habitually. Sufferings of this age are nothing compared to the glory. This doxa, this weighty, dense character, this good news, this 1 to 2 to 4, whatever that's yours. This gospel. It's permanently fixing it in him. Resting and relying in him. And S-Y-N. S-Y-N, that's in union with God. You come back. See green light. Okay? Now, hang on. Oops, I jumped out of there by accident. Let's see. Where was I at? Oh, heavenly things. Okay. That, I won't have it pronounced in 2032. They translate as heavenly things. Epouranios. This word, then I'll go into
Strong's
these
G
two
2032.
root words.
Epouranios.
Okay, got about 2 minutes, a minute and a half. Oh, well, it's it's jumping me off the internet, so I'll have to just do it from these notes, okay? That 3772 is that Ouranos, Uranus, or something like that, okay? And it's through the idea of elevation. God's elevating you. He's bringing you up higher. He's burning up that old stuff, transforming it chemically, like the natural chemically, transforming that garbage into a higher state. He's elevating you, okay? In the spirit. And that 3775, the root of that, OROS, is, in Thayers, is to remove mountains, to accomplish most difficult, stupendous, incredible things. God's doing this. 1909 was the other word, that word 2032, the heavenly things, that's where it's coming from, epi, okay? And it's relying in God's righteousness or one's own righteousness. Which way are you going? God's own righteousness is green lighting the correct way, the other, your own righteousness, red lighting. Which way are you going? Basically, which way you heading to, okay? I got cut off here. It's about to run out of time, okay? We'll have to pick up where shall ye believe later, okay? I didn't get to cover it quite as good as I want to. Maybe later, okay? I gotta go. I love you. Bye-bye. This be the Spiritual Toolbox.